Okay, so now today we're gonna hit you with 3 designer fragrances that are still relevant in 2026. A couple came out last year, but they're definitely worth the buy. They stand the test of time. They have very good perfumers behind them, and they're not going anywhere anytime soon. So these are 3 designers that you can add to your collection here in 2026. So the first one we have is one of the ones that caught my attention, and I really had to add this to my collection. This is a Eau de Parfum concentration. So I wanted to make sure I was getting the Eau de Parfum and not the Toilette because I wanted it to last. You know what I'm saying? So today I'll be rocking with Polo 67. 67. No, I'm sorry. I just had to throw that in there. So Polo 67 is one that really caught my attention last year. Also Polo, Ralph's Club Polo, the silver one, looked like a little flask. That one as well was another one that caught my attention that I will be adding to my collection. But the 67 really spoke to me, and I really had to grab this one. Very affordable, and it's not crazy expensive. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely worth adding to the collection. So we're going to hit you with the notes so you can understand like what really caught my attention. So the Polo 67, we were rocking with the top notes of cardamom, bergamot, and green mandarin orange at the top. So it's nice, little spicy, little punch, little fruity at the top. So then the mids, we got pineapple, Provençal lavender, sesame and cypress. Sesame and cypress. So they're a nice little, some more tropical within the citrus. So you got a little tropical at the top, a little citrus at the top, tropical in the middle. And on the base, we have cedarwood, benzoin, and vetiver. So we bring it down into the woods, into the dry down. So this is something that's very spring, summertime forward fragrance. Spring, summertime forward fragrance. It can be worn. It can be worn all year round because this is one of those ones that it has a very good projection. The smell is not offensive. It is office friendly, and this is something that you can't get away with. It's like I would say kind of like a dumb reach type. You know what I'm saying? Just grab something, spray down. Like I like to spray 15, maybe 20 times, and then walk out the door. So I definitely want something that's going to not necessarily all the time get attention, but definitely something that's going to smell good, smell clean, and be very pleasing. That you're going to go out throughout the day, and it's going to last. So it's got to be Eau de Parfum concentration. So definitely, if you can't get an Eau de Parfum, there's no problem. Toilette will have to do if you can't get Eau de Parfum or higher. But there you go. You got Polo 67. You know what I'm saying? All right. So next we're gonna hit you with one. It's an oldie, but to me it's a goodie because of the main note in this is kiwi. It's a designer fragrance. Now, I've heard some people say it's not the most liked fragrance because I guess some people don't like kiwi. I don't know. But Coach Green. You know what I'm saying? This is the official Coach Green. Now, this one is very unique. What really caught me, caught my nose, the attention of my nose was the kiwi note. It was very fruity type of note that, to me, that was very different. It's very different, and I like the fact that it has a kiwi note in it. The top notes is kiwi and bergamot. So you got nice light little citrus fruity notes at the top. Then the mid is rosemary and geranium. You got the nice little dry down coming down into a little floral, rosemary, geranium, nice little floral type of notes in the middle. And then in the bottom, you already know, we got some crystallized moss and cedarwood, which is crazy. I've never heard crystallized moss. I've heard of moss, but crystallized moss. So that's definitely different, you know what I'm saying, with the notes in this one. So this is a designer to my nose. I feel like this is very nice. Now you can't spray this too much. I think this is a Toilette, or is this Parfum? No, it is Toilette, but it is very potent. It's very, very potent. It's very potent. It's a Toilette, but it lasts. It really lasts. You can't overspray this one because it gets a little cloying. It does get cloying if you overspray this, you know what I'm saying? But it's beautiful, but you can't spray it too much because it will get very cloying. And get you kind of like, ooh, like what the hell's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, you can't overspray this one, but it is good. It is beautiful. That kiwi note, I love the kiwi note in here. It lasts. It's very prominent at the top, but it lasts it settles down, but it lasts throughout the whole duration of the fragrance. So it does dry down into like the crystallized moss and the cedar wood. So you do get that woody, rosemary, getting like a herbally type of a dry down. But this is beautiful. I love this one. I'm glad I added this one to my collection, and it's very affordable, very, very affordable. So it's not that bad. So there we go, Coach Green, nice designer, Coach Green. The Coach line is very good line of fragrances, the Coach line. Moving on with some more designers. This is definitely one I just grabbed the sample of this because I was very curious, and I was glad to see this one inside Sephora. I saw this one in Sephora, so I was very glad to see this one in Sephora. This is Versace Najim Eros Najim. Versace Eros Najim. Get behind the face. Can y'all see it? Versace Eros Najim. This is very unique to me. It's very like Arab type of a flair to it, because it was at one time, it was kind of like a limited. It was a limited release. You had to order it. From overseas and get it shipped. But now it is available here in the States. And when I saw it, I immediately had to get a sample. I was very curious, and when I smelled it, I was like, okay, this one is really, really nice. So this is Versace Najim Eros Najim. Okay, Versace Eros Najim. This is the official 10 milliliter sample. Versace Eros Najim 10 milliliter sample. So the top notes is the notes are crazy in this one. They have a lot of captives in here. So they got a lot of notes in here that are specific to the brand of Versace for this specific fragrance. So we have the top notes are Italian Mandarin Orpor, O-R-P-U-R, Orpor. That's their captive. Okay, you're gonna hear that a bit in the note breakdown. So, and then we also have Indian Cardamom Orpor. Okay, and we got some clary sage and saffron. Now that's just at the top. Okay, that's just at the top. So the mid is caramel, Virginia cedar Orpor. Okay, oud. Okay, and it has oud. That's just the middle. Okay, so and to close it out, the base we have Indonesian Patchouli Orpor, tonka bean, frankincense, and Haitian vetiver Orpor. So they have a lot of captives or their trademark accord for Eros Najim. So this one is very beautiful. It's spicy. It's very good. This is just the atomizer. The atomizer is not bad. It's good, but this is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's got a little citrus. It's got the caramel, a little sweetness, a little oud, a little incense, a little Haitian, a little vetiver. You know what I'm saying? So this one is very well blended. If you like the grown and sexy type of, I wouldn't say this is gourmand, but it does lean like a fall winter type of a fragrance. Arab type, just that Arab vibe. This is very nice. So if you like that type of fragrance, I would go with this. If you're not sure, always grab some samples or decants of a fragrance that you're really kind of new to and you're really curious about. I have a lot of samples because I would like, a lot of times, like some people, they do blind buys. They were like, yo, I'm a blind buy. But me, sometimes I want a blind buy, but sometimes I want to get my money's worth. So I get a lot of, samples. 10 milliliter or 5 milliliter is the smallest I would go. If I can't get a 10, I would go 5 because 5 is kind of pushing the 10. If it's something I like, I want to be able to wear it a few times. You know what I'm saying? 5 is kind of, got to be a little easy on the sprays. Anything less than that, don't even waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's good, you're going to want to make sure you got enough. And if it's really good, you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to buy a full bottle. You know what I'm saying? So yes, Versace Eros Najim is one for the collection. I like this one. I like spicy. My range is very broad, so it's not really too many that when it comes to my nose, I don't really rock with. Like it's got to be really offensive for me to be like, nah, I don't want to rock with that one. I'm not liking it. Or it could be something that it really doesn't move me and I won't buy it, but it could smell good. You know what I'm saying? So these are 3 designers that I want that I wanted to tell y'all guys about, that I added to my collection, that I'm definitely glad I added these to my collection, and definitely want full bottles of some more designers that I've seen too. So definitely, with that being said, that is the end of today's video. Yo, I appreciate everybody for coming through, checking me out. Let me know how y'all feel about the fragrance reviews. Let me know what's going on. Be down in the comments. Don't forget like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. We're cranking these things out right now. So let's go 2026. Let's go to the top. Peace.